If you're like me, you're looking for a discount anywhere you can, especially those bigger line items like car insurance, something that we all have to have. So I definitely wanted to make this video to help anyone I could try to help with lowering the cost of car insurance. As we know, there are so many factors that go into how much your car insurance bill is every month. But if you've seen some of our other videos, you know that in the past I was a little accident prone. So I definitely look for lowering that cost if we can. So in this video, I'm just gonna talk about our experiences and how we ended up lowering the cost of our car insurance. Actually, right after I had just hit my neighbor's car. So I'm definitely going to link this article down below, but it has a lot of good information from Forbes.com about places that you can get discounts. I'm also going to talk about my own personal experience with lowering cost of insurance. So typically after you just have an accident, it's probably not as common to start looking for a different insurance company, but that's something that we actually had to do. We didn't have any issues with our claim or anything like that. That all went fine. But within like a week or so, just getting my normal bill, we started to get bills that just were inconsistent. And it actually had been happening even prior to the accident, where our bills would just fluctuate a lot and they could never explain to us why that was. I would call them, try to get information, and ask them, why our bill would change so much. And the representative that we had would try to dissect the bill and get more information as to why it was changing so much. But ultimately, they let us know that they really didn't have an answer for us and that we'd have to call and wait on hold with our billing department to try to give us information as to why it kept changing. Me personally, as a mom to 2 kids, a family, a full-time job, I don't have time to be calling and sitting and waiting on hold for like at least 30 minutes just for you to tell me why my bill keeps changing. So at that point, I was ready to start looking for a different insurance company, just because if I can't know what's going on with my bills as I'm planning for the next month, I have no idea what that bill's going to be for something that should actually be consistent. Your cost of your insurance typically is provided to you at least once every 6 months. It just wasn't making sense why it was changing. So I was at that point starting to look for a different company, coincidentally right after that accident. So the first thing I would suggest to anyone looking for lower cost of car insurance is to shop around consistently. Like if you're not happy with the cost of your insurance, you don't feel that it's right, I would start to look around, shop online at different car insurance companies to try to find a rate that makes you happy. That's what I did. During that time, I went on different sites and I was just looking to see what our payment would be. I wasn't actually expecting it to be that much better than what we had, because like I said, we just had an accident, and of course you disclose all that when you're starting to even get a quote. But I actually ended up coming across a company that allows you to pay your bill up front and gives you a discount. Now, I know the thought of that can be scary a lot of times, but before you write it off, let me explain a little bit further. Even if it's something that you're not able to do today, you could definitely start planning for next year to take advantage of a company that allows you to have a paid in full discount. We were able to pay upfront 6 months, and the cost of our insurance dramatically decreased. It helped so much. Both that we got, I actually really didn't even believe that was real, like that was possible. It saved us so much money. It saved us hundreds of dollars. Our insurance ended up going from $150 a month. That was the last bill that we had received from the prior company, and it ended up being $427 for 6 months, which is a huge decrease. So if you start setting aside money now, even if it's like $65 a month or $50 a month, to put money aside now, that way in the future you have a nice cushion. Next year, if it's something that you can't afford to do right now, you may be able to take advantage of it next year. Or what we ended up doing was just using our savings to pay for this upfront cost. Since it was going to provide such a huge discount, we wanted to take advantage of it. So if you're someone who has savings, a nice cushion, comfortable with decreasing some of that to pay up front on insurance costs, it definitely could be worth it for you. Another discount that we also took advantage of was bundling it with our homeowner's insurance. If you're someone who rents an apartment, you could also take advantage of this by renter's insurance. That's another discount that companies often provide. Another way that we lower the cost of our insurance that others may not think about as much at the time and still today, the main person that drives in our family is my husband. My husband has not had any car accidents. I have enough for the both of us. So I list him as the main driver of our vehicles, which is true. He is the main driver. So that is something that we also noticed helped to lower our insurance cost. So definitely if you're someone who mainly is at home, works from home, anything like that, and someone else in your family is the main driver, definitely look into listing them as the main driver as well, just to help with lowering the cost of your insurance. Another discount that we took advantage of that's actually also mentioned on this article is purchasing your insurance ahead of time or on a certain date. I noticed that if we had purchased it on September 4th rather than September 8th, the cost was less. So definitely plan ahead if you are someone who might be in the market for car insurance soon. You can, with doing it online, which it's so easy online, pay attention to what date you are purchasing it on. If it gives you a different amount on a different date, definitely look for that. If you are someone who's a student, a lot of insurance companies have discounts for that. Another thing that we took advantage of with this insurance company was a good driving discount. So they monitor your driving. With us, it was by our phone for a short amount of time. And then if they, after a certain amount of period, they realize your driving habits and they end up giving a discount on your next bill. So definitely look out for that as well. I do want to name a few companies that's listed on this article that is mentioned as far as the paid in full discount. I'm not recommending them based off of how they do business or anything like that. This is strictly just if you're looking for a company that does do the paid in full discount. According to Forbes, these are the companies that it would be. The top 3 that Forbes lists with the biggest discounts are Auto Owners, Progressive, and Allstate. They do list a few others that you can definitely look into if you're not looking for those specific companies. If you wanted more information on it, definitely see the link back down below. And I hope this video helped you if you are like myself. A long time ago, back when I really first started driving, I had some super high rates for car insurance. So I definitely hope that this could help anyone, to be honest with you, whether you have a shaky driving record or you don't. So definitely comment down below if these are some discounts that you hadn't thought of before. Please subscribe and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.